This is all of it on WNYC. I'm David First. And this week, the artist Medium Build has been opening for Mumford & Sons at Madison Square Garden. Medium Builds is the stage name of Nick Carpenter, and he has one more show at the Garden tonight. But before that, he joins us in the studio to perform live and to preview his forthcoming album, King of Having Fun. King of Having Fun, it's due out on September 4th. And Nick, welcome to WNYC.
Thank you so much. I'm honored to be here.
And I know this is not exactly the same environment of Madison Square Garden, but can we start with one song live here in the studio?
Sure. I prefer a small room. This song is called In My Gut. It came out yesterday, so we'll give it a little rip.
Okay.
Kinda figured he was over with the windows down. You know you stress me out, fiddling with the stereo. You're always talking about the cap and gown. Can we graduate the scenario? And when the appetizers come, nobody says nothing. We're just chewing on a problem. You no wonder if I'm the thing to dance around. I might be crucial to the solving. I think I felt it in my gut. I always had the answers. Think I respect it in my gut. Think I always had the answers. You tried to buy us off the trips to the Palisades. Tiny photograph pinned to a cork board. I know you had to sell the house in no way. Wonder if you got what you paid for it. You got to sing when you wanna be taken serious. Get loud, say it with your chest. You ever wonder where you wanna do it that way? Ever wonder how I could learn best? I think I respect it in my gut. I think I always had the answers. I think I respect it in my gut. I think I always had the answers. I respect it in my gut. I think I respect it in my gut. I think I respect it in my gut. I think I always had the answers.
And that one's called In My Gut.
Yeah.
Always felt it in my gut. What is the singer talking about there? That is he realizing something?
I'm pretty literal in my tunes. This is maybe the least literal tune I've put out in a long time. And it was based on a conversation I was having with a friend about sort of the way we were raised and sort of the silence that parents sometimes tend to take, I think, in conflict. And I don't really know what the narrator's feeling. I just think I just had this feeling of maybe the kid knows more than the parent at times, right? Like you grow up, like my parents went through a lot of, trauma and drama right before I was born. So I was kind of raised in a place where there was a lot of grief. And I think that kids know more than they do. You know stuff in your it's like the body keeps the score kind of thing. Like you feel stuff in your body that you maybe don't even know. So I think there's a little bit of that, of just like a kid knowing something in his gut, but he doesn't have the words for it. Can't
articulate it. But
right.
Yeah. Our guest is Medium Build, the stage name for singer-songwriter Nick Carpenter. And I want to talk about the way that you recorded your upcoming album, King of Having Fun. Following an intensive period of touring, you decided to record this new project a little differently than ones you've done in the past, right?
Yeah.
What's the big difference? This time you're performing live in a studio along with collaborators.
Right. So, I mean, it's always financially driven, right? I mean, art is made as cheap as possible with the people who have the tools to make it, right? So I came out of college where I was, using a laptop to make beats and really just doing it myself, or finding one friend who could kind of lend their expertise. And after years of doing that, and sort of you start touring this thing you never made alive, right? It's like if you're touring something you kind of tinkered with, and it's just really rudimentary or ones and zeros, drum machines, and just a little loop. You start playing arenas, opening for people, and you're like, wow, this static loop, isn't it dynamic? Like, I want to make something that feels dynamic now. I was kind of making this bedroom pop, sort of hip-hop influenced songwriter stuff, and you're playing these big rooms, and you're like, man, I wish we had a song that rocked. Like, I wish we had a song that did this. I'm pointing to songs that I love. Like, I wish we had a Mr. Brightside in our set. I wish we had a this type thing. I wish we had a, and so after years of feeling that and touring extensively, I was like, what if we just got the touring band in the room and we just hashed the songs out? Less drama for me, because then I don't have to think about the arrangements.
Okay, they're pre-set up for the tour.
Yeah, well, exactly. I'm touring with the people that played on the record. Mm-hmm. They know their parts. I don't have to think about anything.
I have to ask you about the title of the album, King of Having Fun. Do you think your friends, your bandmates, is that what they would call you, the King of Having Fun?
I don't think anybody would call me that. I definitely think there's times in my life where I've wanted to be called that, but the title comes out of getting sober and feeling like I'm actually not very much fun anymore, and then wondering what happened to the 12-year-old kid that was a blast, right? So when I was a kid, I was a goofball, ecstatic, hyper, running around crazy. My mom said I always, she's like, every time we'd come in from playing, she's like, you smell like a wild pony. So that's what I picture, this kid just going crazy. And eventually, you learn social norms, and you kind of compress yourself, and we become adult, and we medicate, and we live our lives, and we try to keep calm and carry on type thing. And I think that was a little bit of the joke there was, is the King of Having Fun still in me now that I'm 35 and my knees, creak and ache, and maybe joy doesn't come as easy.
I'm looking for those 35-year-old knees right now. That sounds pretty good. So as a performer, though, do you sometimes feel a responsibility for listeners, for your audience, for them having fun? Does that make you the king of having fun in those moments? We are in sales in some way, right? I am an entertainer. Like, I'm processing my mental health in song form, but you dance and sing for your supper, and people come to feel something when they come to our show. And so I am one part clown. There's a part of me that is clown and jester, and then there's part of me that's, the depressed poet, philosopher, and you got to do all sorts of dances. Well, can we hear another song? There's
Sure.
one song called Home Depot.
Yeah, I'll chat while I tune real quick.
Sure.
But this song's just about every sort of guy And my dad was always going across town to get a part for the car, a car that didn't run. He's always, all weekend he'd spend in the carport, under the car, fighting a machine. And I was just wondering why he wouldn't come in and sit and have lunch with me and Mom. He's just so busy working on stuff. And I think I never really felt an alignment with him or a lot of masculine things. And so it's easy to sort of be on the kind of liberal side, like, men, they're so toxic masculinity. We throw that around. And then you inspect yourself, and I'm like, you know what? I actually have a lot of that workaholic vibe that my dad had. I'm not underneath a diesel, but I'll go tour for 3 months and not call any of my friends. And I'm like, I have all of him in me. So that sort of tough guy, air quotes, tough guy thing, it's in all of us. And so, this is a little meditation on men, I guess. Here we go.
He's at the Home Depot buying all the stuff to build a house. He's storming into plumbing, talking with a toothpick in his mouth. Can't tell him nothing, he's a pro at almost everything. You got a question, you just ask him, it's like Googling. Ain't it a handful of things we do to keep the demons down? Hey Steve, been building walls since you were 17. Hey Steve, hammered watching movies on repeat. Hey Steve, is this how you pretend to keep it cool in a world so mean? He's at the Long Branch, holding up a corner of the bar. Who broke your heart? And he says, can't call it drunk driving if you're not driving very far. Ain't no one checking on him. He lost $100 betting with his buddies on the game. He's always taking credit, but he ain't ever taking blame. Hey Steve, been building walls since you were 17. Hey Steve, hammered watching movies on repeat. Hey Steve, is this how you pretend to keep it cool in a world so mean? Yeah, shove it down, bottle up, let it loose and pack it up. Start a fight, break stuff, punch a hole, patch it up, storm out, disappear, show up with another beer, clench jaw, tight lip, pretend that you don't give a rip. Yeah, hey Steve, who broke your heart? Hey Steve, ain't no one checking on him. Hey Steve, is this how you pretend to keep it cool in a world so mean? Cool in a world so mean. He's at the Home Depot buying all the stuff to build a house. His heart's the only project he ain't got the tools to figure out.
Live in the studio here, our guest is Medium Build, stage name for singer-songwriter Nick Carpenter. That one is called Home Depot from the forthcoming album King of Having Fun. It's coming out on September 4th. The guy in this song, Steve, he's perhaps what you were talking about, maybe your typical masculine guy.
I mean, I have a best friend named Steve.
Oh, wait, does he think this is about him?
He has decided to plead the fifth. You know, I told him it's not about him, and he'll believe it. But I mean, again, I wrote it with a couple friends, and one of the women I wrote it with, her husband's name is Gene, and she's like, "This is my husband to a T." So we were calling it "Hey Gene" for a minute. I think again, Steve is all of us, but I do live with a best buddy named Steve who is always, unfortunately, at Home Depot and is always, you know, drinking and smoking and avoiding talking about the inner workings. So, I mean, again, I think that when you're trying to, if you pick a target and you can't see yourself in the target, then you've missed the goal, right? If you know, it's like the whole punching down. Like if you're trying to poke the bear and you can't see that you are someone else's bear, right? If I can't see the toxicity in my own life, you really can't take down Steve. But honestly, as I started to try to poke the Steve character, I felt for him, and that's where I think that line of "Who broke your heart?" Ain't no one checking on him, right? Who is checking on Steve?
Well, this week, I have to mention this. You are playing Madison Square Garden, opening for Mumford & Sons. Your last show is tonight. What has that been like?
It's surreal. We're a big Billy Joel household, you know, and I know how much the Garden.
He's played there a few times.
Yeah, he has. I think he's got a penthouse in the basement. Yeah, you know, and I'm a big hockey fan, so just knowing about how much history has happened there in the NHL, and it's surreal. I mean, it's a beautiful place. It's historic. It's fun. It's and with a band that I was obsessed with, you know, when I first started writing songs, it's a big pinch me thing, and there's so much family and friends that have come to see it. Tonight's the last one, and there's like almost everyone's moms are out there tonight. So it's just, yeah, it's big.
Now, I have to go here. We can't see this on the radio, but you brought along with you your new 4-month-old puppy, which has been a big topic in here at WNYC today. Everybody wants to hang out with Stanley.
He makes waves wherever we go.
I think Stanley may be sleeping at this moment, but Stanley is on tour with you. So, I want to hear about that. If you are backstage at Madison Square Garden, does Stanley open doors for you?
Oh, yes. Spiritual doors. He really can't. The non-opposable thumb thing, he's really having a hard time
I don't mean
with
literally
doors.
open doors.
Yeah. No, I'm making friends on the tour that I've never made. I mean, people who I don't think have smiled in years are smiling because of this tiny little fur ball that floats around, and he's got this little bell on him. It's very cute. It's a couple, people who haven't seen an animal backstage at MSG for a long time, and they give me there's a couple side eyes. He had to get inspected by the head of security.
Really?
Yeah.
Stanley, the 4-month-old puppy.
Yeah.
Wow.
The vigilante.
Can we get that? Can we Instagram Stanley? I'm hoping we can. I'm getting a big thumbs up from the studio. So
there's pictures of him.
Trust me. Oh, you don't have to look too far. So, okay, before I go too far down the Stanley road, can we finish with one more song? What would you like to play?
Sure. We'll play one that comes out when the record comes out next week. It's called "It's Not Easy Falling in Love."
Okay, our guest has been Medium Build, a.k.a. Nick Carpenter, who for the third night in a row is opening for Mumford & Sons at Madison Square Garden. The new album is King of Having Fun, coming out September 4th. Thank you so much for joining us on all of it.
She got a boyfriend, drums in a band. They play in Tucson, we're making friends. I got an Uber picking us up. It's not easy falling in love, but it's so quick, so easy. Friend of a friend, another round. No one even tries to stop it. You might feel butterflies when you fall into bed. Nothing when you're crawling out. It's not easy falling in love. You could have the whole damn world, but it's not enough. It's not easy falling in love. Falling in. I see your sister, she said you're happy. You got a new boy and you think he's the one, babe. If you got someone special you want forever, don't do what I did and mess it up. It's not easy falling in love. You could have the whole damn world, but it's not enough. It's not easy falling in love. Falling in. Falling in love. Friday at Showman's, out with the band. You got somebody sweet.